today in this video we're going to be going over the Jiafang problem. Now I say the Jiafang problem is not exclusive to Jiafang, but the same tactics they've been using in the past is very clearly shown with Jiafang. Now, first of all, Jiafang you can only get through monetary purchases in the game. You can't get it through gold or anything. It's purely hard cold cash. And give or take, if you do your offers properly, you think out how many tokens you need, do the maths on it, give or take, it's going to be somewhere around $400. So already that is more expensive than a lot of tunes we've seen in the past. Good examples: Conrad, Eugene, Eva. Those tunes, same sort of format. And I think those formats were a lot better. You at least knew what you were getting with every purchase, because every purchase you knew the price was going up, but you knew you're also getting a guaranteed copy. Whereas in this, you've got 100 fucking pulls to go through with a 4% chance of getting Jiafang, which, let's be fucking honest, is pretty disgusting. And like I said, it'll cost you around $400 to get completely through. Now, don't get me wrong, there's some nice stuff in here. I wouldn't say it's exactly worth $400, and I don't think Jiafang is worth $400 to get a Limbrick 3. And even if you were trying to get a grade 5, that could nearly add up to like 300, because it's a 4% chance. But going back to that, so we can already tell the price is like double or double and a half what it would be on the normal promos. And what I mean by normal promos, I mean like Conrad and all the other non-wheel promos, if you know what I mean. Now, here's what I mean at the start of the video when I said it's sort of like baiting. And it's a scummy way of doing it. I don't know if this was intentional, more than likely, because it's baiting. So, let's go with what I mean. So, Jiafang runs out in 4 days, 10 hours. Give or take from when I make this video, that'll be the 10th of December. Now, we already know there's two Typhoon characters at the moment. There's Mr. Lu and there's Jiafang. So, let's go over Jiafang's kit lightning quick. The Rush. Not very impressive. Kapoor does better, and he's free to play. The active skill, not too impressive, it's okay. The weapon, let's be honest, if you're spending on Jiafang, you've got a William, so this kind of makes it redundant. Don't get me wrong, it's not bad by any means, but you've probably got a William that does the same thing. Now, the active skills are very, very good, I won't lie. So, Cunning's always fucking great. Max HP helps out with the maim. When this character dies, 3 enemies get 100% heal reduction, great. Now, Hidden Typhoon. Now, like I said, there was 3 months left to War of Champions. People are going to get very, I don't want to say desperate, but people are going to get very pressured, I think is the right word. Maybe not pressured, but desperate to get as far ahead as competition as they possibly can to give themselves the best advantage. Can't beat the defense, can't win. Maybe she could be good on attack, what I mean? So people are looking at all sorts of options at the moment, and here's what I mean by they're basing people into spending. So, Hidden Typhoon, at the start of each wave, 50% chance all Typhoon Allegiance members get camouflage for the first 3 turns of combat. Which, that's pretty significant. And with Mr. Lu being a defensive character, it's aiming towards being extremely useful on defense. However, Dayu, the 3rd Typhoon character to be announced, is being released in the Battle Pass. Now, the Battle Pass, it's exclusive to the Battle Pass. I'm surprised it took them this long, but, Scopely being Scopely, yeah. With it being $20, the Battle Pass is always really worth it, so I'm not too upset with that. However, you're taking a big gamble with this, because the Battle Pass is being released on the 15th, and we normally don't get shown what the next character is until literally the day or 2 before. And with Jiafang being gone on the 10th and Dayu being introduced in the Battle Pass on the 15th, they're basically baiting people. Do you want to take a gamble that Dayu is not going to be a great combo with Jiafang, or are you happy just to sit this one out and maybe regret it later on? However, if you do bite on this and she turns out to be shit, you're going to feel like crap, because then you're relying on the other 2 characters to be defensive heavy and really work well in synergy. As you can see, this is sort of like the scummy tactic I was on about, where they're not telling us what the next character is, but they are saying a new character in the Typhoon Allegiance is coming out soon. And I think this tactic is just really shitty, because not only is Jiafang extremely expensive, $400 compared to the other non-promo characters we've had like Eugene, Conrad, and Eva, which all cost around 150, over double the price. They're also dangling another Typhoon character, which could pair really nicely with Jiafang, just outside of her expiry date. So it really does provoke the spenders, and I know a lot of spenders like myself probably won't even touch Jiafang, but it's the fact that it tempts people, and I know that's what they want. Like, don't get me wrong, I know Scopely has to make money at the end of the day, but baiting people into it is not the rest. This is the right way of doing it. Now, I know people can use the word baiting very loosely, and some people might even consider, well, Dan, it's not even really baiting. Well, that's your opinion. But in my opinion, they're just dangling, the bait above our heads and seeing who's going to bite. Because the closer we get to the time of day's release, they might tease it, they might do this and that, and then that might, like, people might have a my last change of heart, if you will, and then just say, yeah, I want at least a grade 5. But to get even the grade 5, because you think, oh, she might pair well with Dayu or the other two Typhoon characters, because this has a lot of defensive possibilities, it's still 4% chance. Whereas in the Conrad, the Eva, the Eugene, which I keep referencing back to, you knew there was going to be like 4 or 5 offers, and with every single offer, you would get a copy of the character. Whereas in this, you could spend 200-300 and not even get one. Whereas in the other ones, at half the price, you would already have a Limit Break 2. Now, I will stop going on about the baiting because it is a disgusting bait at the end of the day, and I've said this word a lot, and I know people are going to get very tired of me saying this, but I just got to rant this out of my chest because I don't like the tactic that's being used with the increased amount of money you need to get her, and I also don't like the fact they're just dangling over Dayu just because she could be a good combo, she could not, and that one bit on Jiafang's kit they know is going to be the most intriguing to people. But with that being said, I think I've ranted enough. I think I've said what I needed to say. Also, Discord link in the description. Like, comment, subscribe. Do you think Scopely know what they're doing? Do you just think they're getting more greedy? Or do you just think, fuck it, who cares anymore? So, leave your opinions on this down below. New video out sometime next week. Like I said, I still got loads of shit I want to talk about. Because the amount of shit that's just coming out, I deem, talk worthy. So, and look forward to that. Like, comment, subscribe. Discord link in the description. Have a good day, night, whatever. And peace out.